Hey ladies and gents, it's Zembak, and we are building a mine, or founding a mine, and is it worth it? That's the other question. So I keep forgetting that, most of my stuff is related to mid-game, late game, a lot of that kind of stuff, but there's a lot of subscribers that are just starting the game, right, and they don't, I've had these questions, how does the mines work? I'm having problems with mines and all that kind of stuff, right? And a mine is usually possibly 60% of the time the first thing that you're probably going to build or found, or any other kind of station. And if you watch the tips on how to make money, I typically go gold and platinum mine specifically. We're going to look at what I'm talking about here. There's a couple. There's other mines. There's zinc and copper and all that kind of stuff. But the gold platinum mine right here, average price of 600 and 750, with a profitability per cycle 1,350 credits, is the highest profitability of any of the mines that you can build. And gold and platinum are used in quite a few different things. 1,350. So profitability per cycle. Cycle is 15 seconds. So take that times 4. 1,350 or whatever. It's a little over 5,200 something credits per minute, right? Times 60, it ends up being like 330,000 credits per hour, right? And this mine is about 9 million. Now that's a base, right? That's not jacking any prices up or any of that kind of stuff. And your credit, what you're going to spend is about 9 million for that station. So if you're going to look at for the long term, you're talking quite a few hours to make it back. Now, people are like, well, that's quite a few hours before you see a profit out of it. Yeah, but remember, this game is extremely long, right? The galaxy I'm playing in currently is probably between 300 and 400 hours. Yeah, I don't have a life, right? So when you look at the long-term game and how long you're going to be playing the game, these stations, one gold and platinum mine, will pay for itself 20, 30 times over in the amount of time that you play. And this is typically the one I use most of the time, is the gold and platinum. This is the one I use for most of my, what I call the cash systems, which are the gold and platinum and solar plants, right? I just set them up and leave them and let them run, and they make me a shit ton of money, right? They are long-term investment. As you keep building them, they just keep getting, so I'm at this point where, like, if I build if I found a gold and platinum mine with everything else, it pays for this gold and platinum mine in, like, I don't know, 20 minutes or something like that. So every time I build a gold and platinum mine, they just keep adding up, and it just keeps rolling money into me, right? So, 9 million credits, it's a little expensive. However, it's not something you want to build when you start doing this stuff. You don't want to build these gold and platinum mines out anywhere roughly before, my suggestion is before the trinium level. Trinium and xanium level down in here. You see a lot of these right here. These are all gold and platinum mines. Most of these sectors have 3 of them in them, right? So they're all here around this area. I don't build gold and platinum mines out here at all. Why? Because the stations are so small, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. For example, here, let's talk to this guy right here, this repair dock, and I'm out here showing you exactly what I'm talking about. Trade goods, right? So these stations and stuff out here are so small, they only buy like 18, 28, 300 maybe at the most. They don't buy a lot of material, right? So putting a gold and platinum mine out here, you will take forever to recoup your costs because they don't use enough of them, right? So there's no point in building a mine out here on the outer edges because the stations are so small. They're not going to consume that much material. Where if you do it closer to the center, obviously down here, you're talking about stations that'll eat up 25,000 gold and platinum or 10,000 solar cells, right? So, these are much larger stations, and this is where you're going to make most of your money. So like I said, I'm just out there just to show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So let's go find, we're going to go and found a mine. Well, first of all, let's jump back down to where we are. I'm flying my exploring ship, so it doesn't really take me that long. I think this thing has like almost 100 sectors jump, so I can get back to center really quick. And I always check out wormholes. I spend probably 90% of my time traversing the galaxy in a wormhole. It's always something nice to do, is get kind of a network of wormholes together. So if you have ships that can't jump that far, you know, like this, like I said, this is an explorer ship. It's got all the high-end upgrades, so it can jump 100 sectors. However, if I have ships that can only do 20 sectors and I want to take it all the way out to the edge, being able to jump through multiple wormholes is always nice, right? So we are looking for, where are we going to go? We're going to go south. Yeah, we're going to go south here. I got an actual one in mind down here where we're going to go. And we're looking for a claimable asteroid. Now, claimable asteroids are usually found in you find them in unmarked sectors. You can find them, but a lot of times, I did a count the other day. There's usually between 8 and 10 asteroids within a faction that are not claimed, and I'm going to do a video on that too, about some early game stuff to make money is to find claimable asteroids, and you don't even have to leave the green sectors, the green faction sectors, to find them. There's usually between 8 and 10 of them that you can claim inside a sector, right? What is this? Wow, been a while since I run into this guy. I don't even know if this is worth my time. Nope, not really. You were a big baddie way back in the day when I was just a little guy. However, hey, I'll pick up a quick couple things there. I did not expect to run into him. Surprise, surprise. So we're still trying to get down to this sector here. So let's keep jumping. We're going to try to get down to here. We're going to claim a mine. So the mines, not only do they bring in profit, but they also can be used for increasing your status or diplomacy, right? If you put a mine inside of an enemy territory that you want to become friendly with, within 3 to 4 hours they keep buying your shit and your relations improve. So not only do they make money, but they also improve your relationship with whatever group you're dealing with here. So we'll jump down in here and we're going to try to find a claimable mine inside this red area here, because I'm trying to be better neighbors. I'll stop taking your shit. We're just going to be friendly here. So let's go. And once, like I said, once we'll get down there, we'll find a mine, we'll claim it, and then we'll do all the stuff that's you need to do for a mine. Alright, so I can't see anything until I get down here. And then we're going to do some scanning, right? So I don't have to find a mine in one of the actual faction systems. I can find them outside of the systems as well. Alright, so now we're down here into this area, and I want to find a mine that's in here. There we go. Yep. So we're down here in the system right here. I'm not doing too hot with them. And I'm also going to say that I want to build a mine here to show you guys in the video how to do it and what you need to do with it, right? Typically, within a faction, like this faction right here, there's typically between 8 and 10 claimable asteroids inside one of these actual, where the faction has factories and all that stuff. So in early game, you can just jump around and explore the faction that you first start out with, and found about 8 to 10 mines that you can claim them. However, most of the time, it's the unknown hidden mass signatures is where you find the large number of mines. So we're going to here, because I want to kind of, when I'm doing this, it's all about location, right? This place has several different microchip factories, that kind of stuff, that will use gold and platinum. So you want to make sure you kind of explore the sector, and you want to put that mine kind of smack in the you know, not necessarily right in the middle. Kind of nice if it does, but to get the you know, to pick up the most amount of traffic, and that's what I usually do. I usually do it inside friendly factions, but we're going to do it here in the center of this one, just because, you know, I want to increase my I want to be that friendly neighbor here. So this will actually increase my standings with this group because they're going to buy stuff for me. So let's see if we can find a asteroid to turn into a mine. This is going to be a shit ton of pirates. I can guarantee you, I can smell it already. There'll be 28 pirates in this system. Yeah. I just know it. Yep, it's taken a while to boot up. And there isn't a single claimable asteroid in here. Go figure. Alright, so let's try another one. We'll try him. That's crazy. He's not claimable because my detector would be going off. So that's just a random, weird... Looks like a claimable asteroid, but it's not. It is actually just a oddball asteroid that's sitting there making you think that it's a claimable asteroid. Alright, so what do we got here? Just a bunch of pirates. Nope, still no claimable asteroid. Alright, let's try it there. There's got to be a claimable asteroid here somewhere, don't you think? Yeah. Nothing like being able to go 20,000 meters a second here. That poor... that poor torpedo. It tried, it really did. Alright. Are you kidding me? This is looking bad. Alright, let's find that claimable asteroids. Usually these hidden mass sectors is usually got some, like, you know, 2 or 3 in them most of the time. So like I said, location, really? I should have scouted this before the video. Now I feel like a knob. Alright, let's... So, lucky number, where are you at? There we go. Sometimes it's just this luck, right? So like I said, finding that asteroid and to make the most amount of profit, it's kind of a, what do you call it, location, right? Typically, like I said, you want to do this inside of a friendly area. However, for the video, we're going to do this because I know this is going to help me be more neighborly, but it's also going to make me some money, right? So, and you don't want to be on that outsider edge. You want to be down toward the trinium level or lower because the stations are bigger. They buy more stuff, right? It's just said those outside ones, I've tried a few times. We just never can make enough stuff. So, we have a claimable asteroid. There we go. Sweet. We also have a bunch of other stuff here. Is there another one? Nope, those look like secret stashes. And possibly, yep, so there's 2 asteroids here, a couple other stuff. Alright, so we're good to go. And it's even got me a volcano planet. I love these systems. Alright, so there is our claimable asteroid. Alright, and we are going to claim him. This is not an easy ship. I actually use this ship a lot to do a lot of these claims. It carries a fair amount of crew, and it has a pretty... Problem is it's too fast, right? So simply trying to get up next to one of these things, you just kind of got to baby it, right? Literally push the thing for a second here. So there's your asteroid that you want to claim, right? So you have to close within under 0.2 kilometers to be able to interact with it. There we go. So now interact. Let's claim this bugger. And we're claimed, right? Now hit it again and hit F again. So you have the ability to sell the asteroid. I can sell it to these guys that I'm in this general area right here. I can sell it. It'll increase my reputation by 11,000. However, I don't want to do that. I want to found the mine. So there's a lead mine, coal mine. Most of these are like 350 credits to 400 credits. Some of them are less, like 200 credits per cycle. So they're quite a bit less than this one. This is the one that I tend to use, is the gold and platinum. This is just for making money. This stuff up here you use for building your, later on for your factory chains, right? Making the other good stuff. However, this is one I typically use just for making cash. So we're going to transform him into a homestake 45. Alright, and there's headhunters here because why not? You guys are predictable, if not. Where's that other dick? These guys have these torpedoes that do not pay attention to. And of course it turns us right into a hazard zone as soon as I want to do this. Figures, I swear to God, what does that cost me? I'm stupid. Oh, 40,000 tritium. Nice. Alright. Hopefully the hazard zone will be up here before too long. Let's run in here and turn him into. So once you got that claim and once you've transformed into it, then you want to jump into it, right? Alright. Then we want to go to the build sector. Oh, that's a pretty crazy looking asteroid. Now we were talking about, you guys seen some of the videos about how I use asteroid ships, and this is how I get the asteroids for the asteroid ships. You go to the save design, and you save the design. See, now it's templated into, or it's into your save designs, and now I can manifest this wherever I wanted and turn it into a ship, right? So that's how I actually do that. However, we want to turn this into a mine. To build a mine, we know what, we'll just start out from scratch, right? You're going to need a couple different things. So right now this has got a hull of 5 million for 21,000 iron. So remember, this is probably a good asteroid to use for building defense stuff, right? You need a couple things. You need a cargo hold, and you also need crew. And you're probably going to need possibly some energy. So we're going to build this out of, I'll just use something simple like titanium. So cargo holds. Now max you can have for like a platinum and gold mine is about 25,000. That's all it will produce is 25,000. So you could put a 30,000 cargo hold on here. It's only going to produce 25,000, right? So let's build the cargo hold. And you need the cargo hold. If you don't have this cargo hold, it will not produce anything, right? So let's right off the bat, we're up to 16,000. So let's put that a little bit smaller, try to see if we can get close to 25. 29. And we can go a little bit smaller. I don't like to get too much because you're kind of wasting resources if you do that. 24,000. That's close enough. Alright, so we got the cargo hold. Now we need crew quarters, right? And that's just a matter of putting on a little tiny crew quarter. And we'll put him right there. Nice view of the, So we have a crew quarter of 36. We have 24,000 cargo holds, and now we need to hire some crew. Alright, so let's go hire some crew. We need a couple of these guys. A couple more of those guys. How about three more of those? And we need just some random. So let's hire those guys too. Alright, so now let's go over to our. Oops. Let's go to our crew, and we're going to space this out here. So we need one sergeant, and we need a couple more Mechanics. Alright, so once you got it fully crewed, so now you can see here, gain 2 gold, gain 2 platinum. So, once I got it crewed, and once I got the... So I need to build more quarters. Lovely. Figures. Just aren't happy with that, I guess. So, yep, 41 of 36, so I needed a few more. So let's just drop another one. Really didn't cost me much in material or in cash. I didn't have to build generators or nothing. This is just the most simple basic mine that you can build. Alright, so once that's in place, now we can go to the cargo holds. And you can see that we're building 6, or we're at 6 right now. So every 15 seconds, roughly, it'll produce 2 platinum, 2 gold, right? Another 15 seconds, 2 platinum, 2 gold. And this is the base, right? This is the base, what I showed you earlier with the 1300 and something odd per cycle, right? But this is the base, right? It's we've got this set up. It's collecting gold and platinum. Now I have 24,079. If this was at 25,000, this thing would run till 12,500 gold, 12,500 platinum, and then it would quit. It wouldn't produce anymore until you moved them or sold them, or the NPCs bought and sold them, right? Now we got that done. Now we're going to go into the actual trade goods. Okay? And this is where it kind of comes a little weird. You can upgrade this to allow production. It's going to cost you more. You can just leave it as is right here, and it'll produce the standard rate that I showed you at whatever 1,300 and something odd credits per cycle. By upgrading it, it's going to increase. This is going to cost you quite a bit. You can just do the plain 9 mil. However, this is going to run quite a bit more. What that does is, like you said, you'll see right here, is that it will be quite a bit more, right? Instead of 2, you're gaining 6, right, every 15 seconds. So this is actually going to produce quite a bit more than what that chart showed you, right? Okay, so that's done. So now we all understand that, right? What you also want to do is make sure you don't buy goods from others or actively request goods from others. What that does is this station is just like every other mining station in the galaxy, is that it needs medical supplies, it needs acid, and it needs mining robots. So if you left on buy goods from others and sell good and request goods from others, the NPCs will start bringing you mining robots. Mining robots are about 100k a piece, right? So it'll start buying that stuff if you leave that on. Okay, so you don't want to be buying things from other people. This thing will run without mining robots, acid, and all that kind of stuff. So you don't need to buy it, right? So make sure you turn that off, because it will suck cash, and you won't even know it, right? But then all of a sudden you'll show up here, and you'll look in your cargo area, and you'll be like, well, why do I got mining robots and all that other stuff, right? This thing will actually buy, just like some other stations, it'll actually buy stuff. So turn the buy goods off from others, save you a little bit of trouble. Now the other thing is the buy-sell price margin. So you want to try to sell your goods for obviously as much as you can. Typically I run everything at this, or at 0, right? 0%. So you're going to get your 600 for gold, 700 for platinum. That doesn't mean you have to. You can also bump it up to about 10% roughly, and see if the NPCs will come in. If nobody starts showing up, then you might want to drop your price, or you can jump into the other sectors and find out how much gold and platinum is going for at some of the stations, and you can adjust your buy-sell margins at that, right? So sell goods to others, and of course you want to actively sell goods for others. That's hopefully going to bring in the NPCs. So this is what I was talking about before, right? So now if you left that other on to buy goods or whatever, it'll buy 500 mining robots, it'll buy 4,000 medical supplies, it'll buy all this stuff if you do not turn those off. And you won't even notice it. You'll be just like, well, why am I constantly losing money, right? So you have it set to sell good to others, actively sell good to others, and you have it set at about 10%. Now it kind of screwed us here, because those dickheads showed up here and I had to blow them up here. So right now I'm currently in a hazard zone. Now what's nice about this, and you'll see what this is doing right here, is that it's clearing lanes. You used to have to do this the hard way. You either had to blow up the actual asteroids, or you had to get force beams or actually actively push the asteroids out of the way. The new patches and stuff put these on these stations, so what it does is it actually clears the path for NPCs. This used to be a big problem when you first started playing this game, is if you started a station, a lot of times the NPCs couldn't even get to the station because of the asteroid field around it. So if your station is up and running correctly, you'll see that start doing this. It'll start pushing asteroids out of the way to clear these paths, right? So now the NPCs have a clear path to come to your mine. All right, mine is up and running, and unfortunately we're in a hazard zone, so we're not going to see any NPCs for a little while here. So we might have to, you know what, we'll just jump out to an actual, so that's going to run. I do have another asteroid here I can claim. I'll do that a different time, but here. So that's generally how you set up an asteroid, a mine, right? Now the upgrades that I did onto it, you don't have to do that. You can just let it sit and run at its regular pace, which is, 1,300 and some credits per cycle. This upgrades right here is running 6 parallels, so instead of 2, I'm going to be getting, whatever, 6 or 8 or whatever it is, 12. But yeah, so it just simply upgrades how fast it's going to produce gold and platinum, which could, for the most part, help you, pay off the thing quicker too. Now, early game, you can do, so this is going to be, or not, I should say early game, mid game, one of the easiest ways to actually doing the trading part of it, if you're trading with different people, different factions like that, a lot of times I'll put up a mine, I'll turn everything off of it, and it'll just accumulate. I'll wait till it gets full 25,000, I'll load it on my ship, and then I'll go sell it myself. You can sometimes get up to like a 40 to 50% increase in cash depending on where you go. Making sure you look at different stations, and a lot of times you can pay off this mine really quick if you can find a nice little trade route where one station is looking for gold and silver, right, that you normally wouldn't have got without doing that. But that's something you can think about with your first starting trading, is just check out the stations around you, find out what the going rate is, and sometimes it's might better just to load it on your ship and run it to that station, and you're going to get a much better price than you would if you left this thing on running at 10%, right? Just something to remember. So, like I said, this got hazard zoned. I hate the hazard zone. I think it's bullshit, but what are you going to do, right? So let's run over here. This one is a home. This is actually one that's still running right now, and I'll show you what the NPCs actually do when they come in. So, real simple, mines. That's all you have to do for mines. Cargo area, crew, hire the crew, get the crew up and running, and then after that, it's basically either you let it go or you can actually use. A lot of times this is probably my first time I ever built a mine. I might put extra cargo on there just to throw in. If I'm doing some raiding or something like that, and I got some parts, and I got a full cargo hold, and I just want to dump it onto the station or onto the mine, I can do that, right? So here is my actual. There's a gold and platinum mine right there, and you can see here comes some NPCs right here. These NPCs are all heading right for my mine. There's 1, 2. There's typically can be anywhere up to. I've seen as high as 4. Oh, there we go. We got 4 right now. And these guys are all headed for that mining station right there. In fact, let's jump over to look at them and see how much actually is in cargo holds. See how quickly, actually, so I got empty space in it. This has only got 190, 166. So this thing actually sells quite a bit. It's never really even allowed to completely fill up. That's how fast. Oh, what a bunch of dicks. So now when I blow these guys up, because I have to, this is going to get turned into a hazard. Well, no, these are pirates. I might be good. Why am I missing? These little spindly chumps. So, that is, essentially, Yeah, they're pirates. Never mind. We should be golden. Yep. So there you go. Mine's easy to do. If you guys have any questions, put it down below in the comments, and I'll try to answer you. I thought I was trying to be as specific as I can, but yeah, if you have any more questions, ask me down below. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a good night.